My name is Lianne Moseley, and I'm a makeup artist. My history kind of began when, God, I was a kid. My mom sold Avon. She sold catalog cosmetics, and it was an immediate obsession for me. I think my first actually memory of face painting was when I was about 8 years old. I went to the Eau Claire market downtown, and a lady had painted this beautiful butterfly on my face, and I didn't wash it off for a week. I went to school every day with that butterfly on my face until it was like flaking off and I had glitter in my eyes. Then I got my first cosmetic job when I was about 19. That's when I really learned whether or not I wanted to be a makeup artist. I got to learn about the politics involved and just working with other people and working on different faces and ethnicities and eye types, and it really was like a crash course in learning just how difficult it is. It's not just doing your own makeup, it's making it work for everybody because no two faces are the same. And then about 1.5 years ago, I started playing with face paint again. I would do it sort of every Halloween, play here and there, do a new look just to scare the crap out of the neighborhood kids. I just started creating new looks and playing with that, and I was inspired by another artist on Instagram who did like a pop art makeup look, and then my brother posted on Reddit, and it went viral, and then life just went crazy after that. I was overwhelmed at first. It was more so all the expectations I put on myself. I felt like I needed to respond to every single comment on Instagram and Facebook. I had to get back to every single email within, a couple hours because I could lose opportunities. I had to do, a new look and then like a full body look every single week. I felt like I needed to do just keep that going because I didn't want to lose that momentum. And I'm proud of myself for it. Like I put myself through a lot of stress, but it was totally worth it because it was a really good comeback. A lot of people received me really nicely and a lot of people appreciated all the work that I was putting in, my fans specifically, so. God, I started doing it because I wanted to be She-Hulk, I didn't want to, and I don't know how to sew. I don't know how to do anything. I don't know how to do hair. I'm pretty useless in any other craft other than makeup. So it was kind of my way of being able to play and cosplay and do all the cool things and become those characters. So it is a little selfish in that respect, but it's become less selfish because it's so much more fun to paint other people. There's a ton of ways that I've grown. My technique has changed over the last year. I mean, when I first started out, I had absolutely no knowledge. I literally had a 5-color palette of basic paints and some brushes that I had used from when I was doing watercolor classes when I was in elementary school, and that's what I had to work with. I had a lot of come and go mentors that gave me little pointers and tips and showed me how to improve everything, so it really vastly changed my artwork. I mean, it was cool before, but now I can do the exact same thing I was doing in half the time, thanks to them. And it's not just other artists that have inspired me. I mean, my fans, for sure, the influx of people that just sort of came in and they gave me ideas for new characters, or they just, just show immense support. They inspire me to just keep creating because they love it so much. And my family's a huge inspiration, absolutely. They've always been super supportive of the fact that I'm the, black sheep artist kid of the family. Everybody else has real jobs and I'm the one off painting half-naked people, and they've always been totally cool with it. Man, makeup makes everything. I mean, when you watch a movie, there's a huge, vast difference between a character that was made by makeup artists and a character that was made on the computer. As much as I love digital art, nothing beats a real tangible creature that is, somebody spent hours and hours making. I mean, look at Jim Carrey as the Grinch. That guy spent 8 hours of makeup every day, and he looked unbelievable, and it brought that character to life. So I think makeup brings characters to life. People often ask me how I think of my characters or how I create things, and it really is just, I wait for inspiration to come. Sometimes I have to force inspiration to come, but I just wait for it to come. So I'll have a database of different characters and looks or images or patterns and things that I kind of like, and one day I'll get a bug in my ear and it's just, I'll get obsessed over that one thing. I'll remember that I had one image or one idea in my head, and it'll get under my skin so badly that I just absolutely have to do it. So yeah, I agree. There is a point where you do have to hold yourself to a certain standard, but there's also a point where you have to look back and sort of appreciate what you've done so far. And I find myself sort of jumping between the two. Sometimes I'll look at my work and be like, man, that part of it sucks. I should have done this. I should have done that. But at the same time, then I look at what I've done recently and I compare it to when I first started, and I'm like, you know what? I'm okay. I'm improving, and that's all I can ask for. And if people keep enjoying it and they're happy with it, then that's all I can ask for. So it's finding that balance. It's making sure that I'm not sitting there picking my work apart too much, because what good does that do anybody? You know, it's good to have a certain amount of, you know, constructive criticism on yourself, but at the same time you need to appreciate all the work that you put in. I mean, I've got to be doing something right. I just need to remind myself that I have to be doing something right. I wouldn't be where I am right now, and people wouldn't be responding the way they were if I wasn't doing something right. I wasn't always this way. I oftentimes somebody would kick me down and I would stay down. And when it comes to this, nobody can keep me down. So I think that's what makes me special in this particular set of circumstances. Nothing will stop me from doing what I love.